Okay, let's go back to our laws. The framers of the Constitution and the spirit of the Constitution said 4 years, which means by the spirit of the Constitution, they know that it is possible to achieve something within 4 years. That's why they say, look, after 4 years, you go to seek a re-election. And if the people so permit, you have another term. It is based on your performance. But that's not my thought now. The thought is that the campaign window will be on from tomorrow, like you just rightly said. What should be the narrative? What should Nigerians be expecting? Do you think Nigerians are asking enough questions from their politicians so that it's not what the politicians just want to dish out to the people, the slogans? Do you think over time we've been asking the right question? Because somebody comes and tells you that, look, I'm going to fix, I'm going to change, I'm going to make electricity available. Have we asked how? Where are you going to get the fund? So help us to understand what should be the responsibility of the electorate as this campaign window, as we enter this campaign season.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ash. You see, Nigerians continue to ask questions. The campaign windows will be open as from tomorrow officially. I would quickly like to take you to section 98, subsection 1 and subsection 2 of the Electoral Act 2020-2026. That provision provides specifically limitations, timeline, as to when campaigns can start for the presidential and National Assembly elections and for the gubernatorial and state houses of assembly in the various states. Now, ordinarily, when campaigns open, campaign is a process of communicating the electorate as to what you can do if elected as a leader. And ordinarily, in that kind of conversation, it is normal to ask questions. It's like you telling me you want to buy me this, you want to buy me that. I should have the privilege of asking you, how do you want to do that? It's the same thing with campaign. You know, politicians, particularly in our country, will come around and tell you, oh, you give me, once you elect me, I'm going to fix your roads. I'm going to fix hospitals. I'm going to make sure this is available, that is available. I'm going to provide this infrastructure and all of that. Every day, that is what we hear. We've gone through a lot of campaign, a lot of election cycle, and the rest of them. The question that should be asked presently, as I speak to you, by the electorate is, how will these politicians, how will these people seeking elections be able to actually fulfill, if you ask me, these are personal to me, though. If you ask me, a lot of politicians say so many things that I don't think they believe. They are sure from the onset that they will not be able to sort out all of these things. But they say it, and then, you know, it's a frenzy, and they say it because they want to say it, even when they do not believe, even when they know that in reality, this is not possible. So they say it for the purpose of just winning an election. Electorate should begin to interrogate, they should begin to ask questions. They should begin to ask, if a politician approached you as a community, as a group, as an individual, and said he will do this, he will do that, you should be able to provide, you should be able to ask questions on how this can be done. A lot of Nigerians are already asking those questions. Remember, in our last elections, a lot of issues here and there, and the president emerged. Some of the promises he made, I carefully followed all those promises, and I asked you, those promises are not entirely fulfilled. And I'm not saying that he has not done anything, but I am saying that in sincerity, as a leader, all that he has promised the nation were not comprehensively fulfilled. And we now have a cycle of another election. And I tell you from tomorrow, a lot of campaigns, a lot of promises will be dished out to people at the local government level, at the state level, at the federal level. They're going to dish out new promises to all of us. Now, in dishing out these promises, how do we go about them? We need to ask questions. Now, we have limitation, like I referred to in that section I referred to in the Electoral Law 2026. That section talks about limitation. Do we actually have the politicians and the political parties being limited from campaigning? They are campaigning already. So why do we have such a law that we cannot respect as a nation? Apart from our electoral law, there are so many laws we have in this country, fantastic laws. if you read our law, we are one of the nations across the world that if you look at our legal framework, our laws, fantastic laws everywhere we have in this country, very important laws, but we have difficulty with enforcement.
All right, Professor Ochenehi, I would like to pause you there because we need to take a quick commercial break, but we'll come back to continue this very important conversation. Don't go anywhere. We still have more for you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.